This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Last class we have finished the bullet points, order list and order list. Anand, Apurva, this one class pending is there for HTML, that is header tags and the paragraph, some of the internal tags, right? Okay, and bullet points like order list and unorder list. Okay, that one backup class is that we will finish by evening today. Okay. So then we continue after this HTML basic class. So, Apurva, so is it fine for you?
It's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question before we start?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I was practicing on this one, and then whenever I what do we say? Like when I put the new one, every time the new browser is opening, the new window is opening. It's not like refreshing the existing one. It is the new window is opening. So I don't know. Do I need to install anything?
Okay. So that is basically maybe that is browser setting maybe, Ananta. Okay, let me open some file here. Your class name is 7 AM, right? Okay.
Yeah, when I open every time, it's like a new window is opening.
It's
So it's
like a new window, right? Okay.
so many windows are opening.
Yeah, see, if there is a file like HTML, like a basic or some intro or like a home page, okay,
Right.
if it is like a browser icon, okay, that application page icon, it will open directly that browser, like whether it is a, Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox or Opera, any browser, it will open directly. Okay. Suppose when you opening from the Visual Studio Code, okay, from the Visual Studio Code also you can open. Just right click on the file and open in browser.
Right.
Okay. So this time also you'll open in the browser.
Right. So yeah, I'm opening like that, and then when I update something or when I put the new one, then what do I have to do? Do I have to come here and then refresh it?
No. Maybe that is some browser setting only, Ananta.
Okay.
That is one browser setting, maybe. Okay. Suppose if I click any link or something, like suppose if I click on some link, okay, it will go to the new tab, right?
Right.
I mean, it will open a new tab.
Browser,
or new tab or new window?
New window.
New window.
New tab. Yeah, you see like HTML and the new tab. Yes.
Okay. Maybe that is because of the settings, Ananta. Let me show you maybe. Settings. Manage Google account, Chrome. Settings, themes. Browser.
Oh, okay. Open the new page, new.
Yes.
Tab. Maybe that's when it.
Just click the third one. Open a specific page or set of pages.
Okay. Got it. I'll check.
Go to settings and on startup.
Okay.
You can see. Okay. Yeah. Is there anything? It's clear. Okay. Apurva, do you have any doubts or questions? Hello, Apurva?
No.
Yes, clear. Okay.
So no, I don't have any questions.
Okay, fine. And after finishing the basic part, that intro, and I started the HTML, like using the how to use the headers. Okay, what is the headers? What is the basic styling applying from the HTML? Okay, like font size, colors, alignment, spacing. Okay, and the headers, how many headers, like from H1 to H6, like 6 headers. Okay, and paragraph tag for the multi-line text. Okay, and an order list item and the nested item. Okay, inside the parent and the child items, or you can say nested list items. Okay, in this we have the three type of bullets: disk, okay, circle, square. Three type of bullets are we have in this. We can change anytime by using the type here inside the UL tag. Okay, and coming to the order list. Okay, order list also we have three type of bullets. Like default numerics values will be there, like 1, 2, 3. Okay, and you can change using type attribute, like Roman, okay, capital alphabets, small alphabets, like that. Okay, so here also we can use the nested list item inside of the parent, again the child, again child. Okay, so like this we can use for the order list item. So this we can use in the mega menu drop downs. Okay, like a tree menu. Okay, I given some example, like Windows Explorer. Okay, like computer C drive, D drive, E drive. Okay, again inside C drive some subfolders are there. Okay, so that kind of requirement we can use order list and unorder list items. Okay, and navigation mainly in the web application. On the top of website we can see the main navigation, and then drop down, and second level, third level, fourth level drop downs we can see. Okay, so that kind of navigations using the unorder list item, and then nested list item also. Okay, okay, so this is so far we're done, like basic HTML, like mainly headers, paragraph, and some inline tags. Okay, for the instant styling purpose, and unorder list and order list. Okay, okay, so after these tags, like table. Okay, the table forms, image related, and hyperlinks related. Okay, these are all we are going to learn. Okay, let me check. Yeah, links also I given one example here. Let me open the browser. Yeah, so when you navigating the application, we can see on the top of the screen, or left side the screen. Okay, so here suppose see here, in the GoToMeeting website we have the two links like join, host. Okay, so this is like immediate access for every user, join and host. Okay, and for suppose if you want to go to the main navigation, you can click on the button. Okay, here you can see all main navigation section with the drop downs also, like features. Okay, and like solutions. Okay, so like this kind of navigation we can create with the anchor tag. So anchor open tag and close tag. Inside the anchor tag we'll have the href attribute, and then attribute value. Okay, so this all called like attribute. Again, in the attribute we have the two parts. Href is the attribute name, and homepage.html is the attribute value. Okay, so this is for the hyperlink purpose. Out of this we can use other attributes also. Like for example, on the top of on the head section, use a rel. Okay, rel style shape, that is also attribute. Okay, and class name and class value. Okay, that is also we can call attribute. Okay, so like this, how many links, how many hyperlinks if you want, you can write. Like for example, home, I'm going to write like about us also. Okay, so attribute, and here I'm going to say about us.html. Text, hypertext. Sorry. About us text. See. Okay, so first one has already created the home, and about us just now created the about us. Okay, when mouse over on the hyperlink, it will appear the by default that a hand symbol. Okay, hand symbol means that is hyperlink. If you click on the hyperlink, it will route to some other page, some other section within the page also. Okay. Okay, suppose if I click on this about us, okay, it's saying your case was not found. Okay, and URL is correct, about us.html, because given the attribute value. Okay, but the page is not available because the HTML page is not there. Okay, so once the page is ready, the content will be displayed on the browser and means about us.html. Okay, so like this, we are going to create a number of hyperlinks only using anchor tag, href, attribute, and page name or some section name using ID. Suppose inside the HTML page, inside the about.html, suppose if you want to go to some section like a team, okay, or some about company, okay, so you can say like this about.html hash, like for example, you can say team. Okay, so that means it won't go to other page, it won't go to other page, it will go to within the page about.html in the team section. Suppose I have 4-5 sections in the about.html. Okay, about company, about team, about members or something, about testimonials, about contact, like this. Okay, so if I click on this, it will go to directly the team section. Okay, so you can use the hash symbol, and then this is called like ID. So once you use the hash, okay, this complete word is the ID. So this ID I'm going to call somewhere, means my about team part. Okay, so the team part means you can say here like this, just anchor tag href, okay, just hash team, like this. Here there is no any text. Okay, so here we are going to click the about us text, okay, where it should go, the team section. Okay, once click the about us link, it will go to directly this section, and some content we are going to display about the team, or like photos, some bio, everything. Okay, so that means once user clicks on this, it will find within the page the item where it is item, the team members. Okay, it will go to directly the team section. Okay, so like this also within the page we can navigate different sections. Okay, if you click on the homepage.html, that is completely new page. Okay, so we need to create one homepage.html, and once user clicks on this, it will go to the home page like any other page, like contact us, okay, services, solutions, products, careers, okay, and some other testimonials. So how many pages as per your requirement you can create, and you can link like this: home, about us, services, okay, solutions, products, careers, contact us. Okay, so just now I show you that example, the go to meeting, right? Okay, so like this you can create the navigation using the hyperlinks. Okay, in the HTML5 I'm going to create the complete navigation with the drop down symbol and applying CSS. This is just introduction about the anchors and HTML tags only. Okay, so coming to the images, so far we used only text related tags. Okay, so the coming to the images, how we are going to place the images. Okay, basically IMG is the tag for place or images. IMG nothing but like images. Okay, so in the HTML language we are going to call like images, okay, using the IMG tag, And after img tag, src attribute again, and then your image location like this. Okay, so images is my folder. Okay, inside the images folder, I store my image like a sample.jpg. Okay, so let me open the browser. Yeah, here it is there. Okay, but here it is like a small thumbnail because there is no any image in our location, the images folder. Okay, so once image is ready, image is available in your local folder, that image will be displayed. Okay, so until you can see only small thumbnail. Okay, unknown file, like unknown file. Okay, so I'm going to put some image here. Like we'll call some. Okay, first no images any. Okay. Like any some fruits or something like this. Okay. Okay, inside the images folder, I'm going to save this image. Okay, now I'm going to link this image again. Just showing the sample one. Okay, img tag and then src. Okay, and where is my image? Inside the images folder. Okay, so inside the images, fruits.jpg. Okay, so here you can select this. Now you can see that image. See here. Okay, once you place, that image is available in your path. Okay, the path means inside the image folder. Okay, you can see image on the your web page. Okay, this is like a default size. Like width and height is the default size. How much size we have? The default size, like width, for example, 200 pixel, and height is 200 pixels. Okay, so the default sizes will take. Suppose if you want to change the sizes, you can use the css, like applying the css like width some pixels, height some pixels, and other css effects like border radius, border colors, background colors. Okay, and even you can use shadows also with the css3. Okay, that and all we will learn in the next classes in the css3. Okay, so here once you apply the image, okay, here we need to mention some alt text here. Alt. Okay, alt is like alternative text for the image. So here I'm going to say fruits. Okay, so as per W3C standards, we need to provide alternative text for the every image. Okay, so that means alternative text means the image cannot read any Google or any other search engines. Just it will show just like one object. Okay, so the engines don't know what is that image, what is the information we have that image. Okay, so for that purpose, we need to provide alternative text for that image. Okay, if you see mouse over on this, see here, the attribute defines alternative text description of the image. So they given some description about the alternative text. You can read on this. Okay, so that means alternative text is mandatory as per W3 standards for every image. Okay, this is my fruits image. Okay, some other product image. Okay, or any some services image. You need to say alt attribute and then value. Okay, so this is alternative, and once you mouse over on this, we can't see anything, any like a title or something, like image name or something. Okay, so for this we can provide title. Title again same fruits. Okay, now if you mouse over on the image, you can see small pop-up fruits. Okay, so this is for the user purpose, for user understanding. So what is this image? What kind of this image? Okay, so this title is we are going to show to the user. Okay, and the alt is like as per standards we need to provide alternative text. Okay, and the title is not mandatory. That is option. You can provide or you can ignore the title.
But if we
Okay.
put, I have a question. But if we
Yeah.
alternate whatever it is, the fruits, it is not showing
Yeah.
up on the picture anyways, right? So why do we have to give alternative name?
No. Alternative is the mandatory as per W3 standards, Ananta. Because the intro class I teach you, right? That is
Right.
HTML standards, like all the standards mentioned on the W3C website,
Okay. Okay.
w3c.org. Okay, so as per standards, we need to provide the alternative text.
Alternative text.
Why?
Okay.
Because the fruits image you can see on the screen. Okay, but the what will happen? The browsers or search engines, it will show like a one object. So they cannot find any information. Like here, you can see, you can read the text, order list item or something. Okay, browsers also can read text and display the text, so browsers can understand. But coming to the images, they can just display the image. They can't understand the image. Okay, they can't find the right information about the image. It's like just like one object. It can be
Okay.
anything. So that means there is no meaning. Okay, so for that we are providing the fruits. So the fruits text will read the search engines. Okay,
Okay.
the search engines will understand what is that image. So what information you have with the image.
Okay. So whenever we put the image, we have to put the alternative text, and
Yeah,
title is just it's not
yeah,
mandate. Okay.
it's not mandatory. It's just for the user purpose.
User purpose. Okay. Got it.
When mouse over on the image, you can see the image, the title text.
Okay.
Okay, so like for example, if you put any some like a logo on the top of the screen. Okay, so most of the people will put like a title. When mouse over on the logo, they will put their company name, like some ABC website or ABC company like that.
Okay.
Okay, so suppose the logo cannot understand some people. Okay, they are using title text, some ABC company like that, so
Okay.
that user will understand that company name and website name.
Mm.
Okay, so for that kind of requirement, they're using title.
Okay.
Got it? Okay, so that is like images. How many images you use? Like each and every time we need to use the alt also.
Alternative text.
The
Okay.
same way, IMG tag, attribute, location, and alternative text.
Okay.
Okay, so from here also you can change the dimensions as well. Okay, so let me show you. Using the width attribute. Okay, for example, I'm giving 100 pixels. Okay, now it is almost about 200 pixels, the image width. I've applied the 100 pixel. Okay, let me check. See, now it is like a small thumbnail. Okay, let me increase like 200 pixels. See, now it is 200 pixel width, and height, I don't know how much the height. Okay, and even I didn't give any height in the image section. Just I given the only width, but height also is changing. That means that image is scaling proportionately, and width and height. Okay, that means all any like media files, images, okay, or any other photos, okay, or any other media like video files, okay. So we need to provide only the width, not height. So once you provide the width, based on your width value, the height also will be changed. That means it will scale proportionately. Like it's you can say 16 by 9 ratio. We have all the objects like images and videos. Okay, that objects ratio is scaling by 16 by 9 ratio. Okay, suppose if you give any like custom value using your height value. Okay, height. So for example, I'm giving 50 pixel or something. Okay, let me show you what will happen. See, now what happened? So the image was squeezed, okay, and the image is not clear, and it's a little bit about blur also. So I cannot see the image clearly. It's somewhat like a blur and squeezed, okay, because I restricted the width and height. Okay, so that means only you need to provide the width. Based on your width value, the height will be scaled automatically.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to remove this height. Again, it will be replace the same width and same height. Okay, so like this. Okay, now it is image is small, but I can see the full information without squeezing, without blur. I can see this. Okay, so now given the width 200 pixel, how much is the height? So I want to know the height of the image for other purpose, applying CSS, whatever, using some any other JavaScript, mouse over part and all. Okay, I want to know the height. How much height we have the image.
Okay.
Yeah, Ananta, do you know this? In the previous class about the headers, I show you an example.
Yeah.
Like what is the size, what is color, what is the space value, and what is the font. I show you one example. Do you remember that?
Yes, yes.
Okay, what is that?
Right click and inspect.
Yes, correct. Yeah,
Okay.
inspect. Can just go to the HTML and you need to select that particular image first in the element section, and you can go. This left side is the CSS and right side is the box model of that image. Okay, so here you can see image width is 200 pixels and height is 150. Okay, so now you know that image height, width and height both you know. Okay, based on the width value, height value, you can apply any CSS, you can apply some any other JavaScript functionalities in it. Okay, like this. So, so if you don't know anything about the text, about the HTML tags, okay, like what are the basic styling applying, okay, what are the values, height and width, okay, just you can right click on the any image or content, okay, go to the inspect element. First you need to select the HTML tag, okay, and you can see the box model, what is the width and height, and what is the padding value, what is the border, what is the margin value. Okay, you can see in the box model. Okay, in the left side there's no any default like basic styling for the image. This width attribute I have given in the HTML the image section. Okay, so that means there is no any basic styling for the images. Okay, like headers like H1, H2 like that. Okay. Okay, like this you can see any image or any content or any other content part using the inspect element and the box model and CSS like basic styling. Okay. Okay, so like this I'm going to use like some 2 or 3 images. Just I repeated that image 2 times. See here. Okay. So I used the 3 images. Okay, like same image repeated. So it was placed side by side, one after one, side placed. Okay, but all of our above content, it is one below one, like headers, paragraphs, on order
Right.
list, and order list also. So only hyperlinks and images it is placing side by side, like
Okay.
next to next. Okay, so that means here I teach you already that one in the HTML we have the 2 type of tags, like inline, block, block elements, or block tags also you can call. Okay, inline elements. Okay, so the block elements means these are the example, like all above order list, paragraphs, and HTML headers. Okay, and inline examples is like this one, hyperlinks and images. So that means the block elements will use the total width of your web page, 100% width. Okay. Here you can say element like image or some content width. Okay, so that means so whatever the width we have that image. So for example, 200 pixels. Okay, my web page width is 1000 pixels. Okay, with image width is 200 pixels. Still, we can use 800 pixel of width. So that means still we have some space beside of the image. Okay, so until using this space, the images will be placed next to next images. Okay, like one after one will be placed by default. Okay, even these links also. Okay, so that means these are all inline tags, inline elements. It will place side by side. Okay, suppose the image I want to place one below one. So what should we do? We can apply CSS. For instant purpose, we can give the break BR tag here. Okay, after the image. Okay, once you use the BR tag, the next one will take new line. See. So that means break means it's taking complete new line after the break tag. Okay, so for the instant purpose, we can use this break tag. But using the CSS only, we can give the some what is a display block. Okay, in the CSS, we can say like this. Like for example, here img tag inside the curly braces. So here you can say a display block. So now display block means for the image, I'm going to apply the display block. Okay, once we apply this declaration, this selector, okay, in the web page, all the images will be block elements. So once become the block elements means it will take 100% of it and it will place one below one. Okay, so by using the CSS, you can apply the block section for the images, like the same for the hyperlinks also, for any other inline elements or inline text also. By applying CSS, you can make block elements to inline elements to block elements. Okay, for example, here headers are there like H1. Okay, all headers are the block elements. Okay, I want to place side by side. Okay, so here you can say the display instead of block, you can say just inline. Inline. Okay, so like using the CSS, you can change block elements to inline elements to block elements. Like. Okay, as per your requirement. Okay, so like this, we can use any images like small, like thumbnails, medium images, large images, for the slider purpose. Okay, so any kind of it can be like JPEG, okay, or PNG, okay, any other formats like web supported images. Just you can say image tag, source and source path, and then alt text. Okay, so like this you can put any image in your web page. Okay, and other like animation purpose, like any some styling. Okay, some functionality purpose you can apply the CSS and JavaScript later. Okay, so like this we're going to use the images. Okay, and what is this? I think we've given some examples from all this. Okay, so like this we can use any images in our web page. And coming to the table section. Okay, so table means in the table itself we have some meaning. Okay, so the table means what are we have? Some multiple rows and multiple columns. Right? Okay,
Right.
table means like rows and columns. Okay, so how to create the rows and columns inside our table. Okay, so let me show you some example here. HTML table. See here. So here mainly we have the two columns, like person is one column and age is one column. Okay, so the person age is like first row, like a headers row, and the Chris is the second row, and Den is third row, and Sarah is fourth row, like this. Okay, so like total how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows and 2 columns. Okay, so suppose if you want to create like this kind of table, okay, like any some table structures. Table structure means like multiple rows and multiple columns. Okay, so you can use the table tag. Table open tag and close tag. Okay, that is the main element for create rows and columns. Okay, so inside the table I'm going to use the th tag. Okay, the th means that is like table head. Okay, so before table head, suppose I need some row also. Okay, for this I'm going to use the tr tag also. Tr means like table row. Okay, so here we have two headers like this. Okay, the table, the main parent tag, and inside the table I have one row. Okay, so inside the first row I have the two table heads, like first column and second column. Like. Okay, so here I'm going to say, for example, here table data or something, table head or something here. Okay, here also I'm going to give table head. Let me check how it is displaying here. So it's where it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, so here the first one, the first column and second column, but here it's not showing like a table structure, like rows and columns, because we need some border also surrounding the text. Okay, so here, yeah, I'm going to use one more row, like using the tr open tag, close tag. Inside the tr, I'm going to use the td. Td means table data.
Okay.
Okay, so here I'm going to create one more TD. So just I'm saying data here. Okay, now we have the two rows and with the two columns for each row. So now it is somewhat like a table head data and table head data is set, but still we need to provide border to the table. Then only you can see that is like kind of a table, like multiple rows and columns like here. Okay, suppose here I'm going to say the border 1. So border 1 means the border 1 pixels and means the border thickness. Okay, border thickness 1 pixel I provided here. Now you can see like the table, the first row, second row. In the first row we have table head, and the second row we have data, and total we have 2 columns each row. Okay, like this you can take number of rows, number of columns. The first one always table head, the first row. From the second row we are putting the some data. Okay, just I'm repeating this couple of times, are repeating, and this one also. Total 6 times. Okay, so now the data is also the complete row also I'm going to repeat. Like, see how now it's like completely the table structure, multiple rows, like multiple columns in every. Okay, that is data. The first one is like headers for the each column, and from the second row is like our data.
Okay.
Right, so like this you can create like multiple rows and columns for any table structure data using the table tr and th and td. These are all group elements. You can say the group tags or group elements, because in the table we used table tag, tr tag, th tag, and td tag also. Okay, so that means these are all you can say group tags. Okay, so here the border is equal to 1. The border is showing error. Means the border is not supporting as per W3 standards and as per HTML5 standards. So in the HTML4 we are using like this, the border and some other attributes like width, height, okay, and BG color for the total table. Okay, so these are all attributes. Okay, the border is not supporting. That means the border attribute is deprecated from the HTML5, because our doc type is HTML5. Okay, so that means the border is not support in the latest browsers, and the border attribute we can't use in the HTML5. In the HTML4 it will work, but in HTML5 it will not work. As per W3 standards, it will say some error. The border is not working or something. Okay, so like this, some of the deprecated tags. Deprecate means some of the tags they removed from the HTML5 or like HTML4 tags. Like here, where it is given some example here in the inline tags, right? Yes, yeah. So here in the strong example, okay, before strong I used one B tag for the bold, right? Ananta, do you remember this?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so before strong I used the B tag. So that means B is just like an alphabet, there is no meaning. As per W3C standards and HTML5, we need to use the meaningful tags. So meaningful tags means strong is the meaningful tag. So strong is we can use in HTML5. The B we can't use. So that means the B tag is deprecated. Okay, so like some of the tags, like old tags, like some like a B and underline, like U tag. Okay, and other like some around 15 to 20 tags they removed from the HTML5. In
Then
HTML4 you can use. Yeah, tell me.
then if the border is not supporting in H5, then what do we have to use in HTML5?
No. The latest browsers all is supporting the HTML5 tags. So for this purpose, we have one website. I think I show you some website. Can I use .com? Can I use .com? This is like an official website to check whether the browsers is supporting or not. Or like HTML4, HTML5, okay, and CSS2, CSS3. You can check here. Or like new features, new tags, new attributes. You can check in this website. You can just type here. Here, suppose if you want to check what is mark. Okay, so once you set the mark, the CSS marker pseudo element here it's saying, see here, the all red color is not supporting, the green color is supporting. Okay, so that means IE still not supporting this mark tag from 6 to 11 version. 11 is the present version, latest version. Okay, and the even 11 also not supporting. Okay, for the IE and other Edge like Firefox, the Chrome. Okay, so these are all like the red one is not supporting and the green one is supporting. So that means we can use the tag for the support browsers. Okay, out of the supported browsers, suppose I want to use the mark tag for the IE. So what we should do? So we need to use CSS instead of using mark tag. Okay, so what we have with the mark tag, the paragraph text, this one, the web design playground, right? So what we get with the mark tag, the background yellow color. Okay, so for the IE purpose, we can say CSS like background color, some yellow, some any other color. The CSS will support all the browsers. The basic CSS like background color is some color value like green, red, yellow or something. Okay, so like this you can check any tag, old tags or new tags, new attributes. Okay, suppose I have some animation CSS3. See, most of the browsers all supporting the animation, CSS animation. Okay, so Edge is 79, 81, present 83 version supporting, and the Firefox is supporting older versions like 48 to 76, present version 77, and future version 78, 79 also supporting. Okay, the same time Chrome also. Okay, the present version 44, present version is 83, and future version is 84, 86. Okay, so like most of the browsers using the by users, developers, or companies, most of the browsers like Firefox, Chrome, and Safari. Okay, these four browsers supporting animation, which comes from the CSS. So that means you can use the animation in your web page. So coming to the IE not supporting. Okay, and some of the users using the IE, Internet Explorer. Okay, so that means the animation will not work for the IE users. So what we should? So in that case, we need to use the JavaScript animation. Okay, suppose mouse over, mouse click, okay, and double click, mouse over, mouse out. Okay, using the JavaScript methods, we can apply the animation. Okay, so like this, we can use animation in the IE and which is not supporting that CSS animation because animation is a new feature in the CSS3. Okay, so like this, you can check any tag, any attribute. In the just note on this, both of you. So can I use .com? The official website. Can I use .com? Okay, and you can just come to this and type the tag name or attribute name, and you can see some result on the below. Whether it is supporting something like some mistake in your code, it is not supporting, you have to take some other alternative steps. Okay, So like this, you can check any tag or any other features like about HTML, about CSS in this website. Okay. Okay. So like this, so for example, like this, so that means the border attribute can't use in the HTML file. So it will show directly the border is in red color.
I have two questions.
Yeah, tell me.
So you said border was red, so we can't use it in the HTML5. So what do we
Yes.
write instead if it's not acceptable?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. Suppose I'm going to remove the border, okay, and here I'm going to apply CSS class, okay. Here you can say the class is equal to some class name. So this class I'm going to create in the CSS. So here, for example, you can say border. Okay. So this class attribute, the border value is coming from the style sheet.
Okay, so we create class in the CSS and
Yes.
we bring
are
it over
applying in
here and then we are applying here.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
that correct? Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So that's what we are using this CSS, which is not supporting, it is duplicated the tags. Okay. So we can apply the CSS, whatever about the border or any other like kind of animations. Okay. Any new features. Okay, some of new features not supporting IE and some other older versions also. Okay, so for that use, we can use the border. The class is called border. So the class is border means that is comes from the CSS. Okay, before going to create the web page, we are going to create the style sheet also. Okay, so let me give the same like border one, that is HTML attribute. Okay, so now it's clear, right? The table section.
I have another question. In
Yes.
the table section, the table head is bold. How did that happen? And
Yes. Yeah. I'm going to that only. Okay. So here, these are all table data. Okay. We use the TD. So that means TD table data. The TH means table head. So it's coming default from the TH, the thickness of the text, like header. Okay, so that's what I use the TH on the first row. Okay, from the second row is the table data, like a TD. Okay, so that's what it's look like like a header, like applying some thickness on this.
okay.
Okay, so for this we can apply the background also for entire table using the BZ color. BZ color. See here also it's showing some red color. Okay, so here I'm going to say some green or something. See here, the entire table is in green color. So once we apply the BZ color and you're applying some color or value to that BZ color attribute, this will apply entire the table.
If we want to put table header color.
Yeah. That's what. Just you can use in the table header section, in the tier, first row.
Okay.
Like this.
Okay.
Okay, it's look like some header for the table. Okay, so you can apply any other attributes. Okay, but that is not good practice. The all styling we need to write from the CSS. These are all like some instant purpose only particular location or one time. If you have any requirement, you can apply like this, like border one, background color, font size. Okay, all these attributes. Okay, suppose this requirement we have in the entire application, we need to apply from the CSS, whatever the background color borders, okay, and other styling, okay, everything we need to write from the CSS. Okay. So like this, you can use the background color and you can apply width for the total table using the width attribute. Yes. The width here I'm going to say, for example, 50%. So 50% means from the web page, this table is using 50% of it, like this. The text will scale automatically based on your table width. Okay, so now it is the table width is 50%. Suppose if you say 100%, okay, 100% means total web page width like this. So it will scale automatically. Okay, so that means the entire page width will be used the table. Like it is a 5 columns or 3 columns or 10 columns. So it will take automatically. Okay, so that means you can use the width in the table section. Okay, and coming to the rows and columns, we can merge the 2 rows or 2 columns. Suppose if you have the same data in the 2 columns, okay. So here we are not using the these 2 columns for the same data. Just I'm using the 1 column and using 1 data, because the 2 columns repeating the same data. Okay, so in that case, for the best practice, like optimizing your code, okay, you can just use 1 column and you can use 1 type of data. Okay, so for this we are using merging data. So merging means merging columns. Okay, so for example here we have same data. Okay, so here I will remove on this 1 column and data. Okay, and for this column I'm going to apply call span. Call span, how many columns? Total 2. So that means the above column and this column we are going to merging the columns and using the same data one time. Okay, so here let me check. See here. So in the third column we have only 1 column and 1 data. So that means we're going to optimizing the code. Instead of repeating multiple lines of code and repeating data, okay, just ignoring and optimizing the code. Suppose if you see any bulk data, same thing repeating with multiple rows and multiple columns. So instead of repeating same thing, we can do like this, merging data, merging columns, and you can use one time. So that means code will be optimized. The file size also will be decreased. If it is a like large file, like so many users data, like thousands of data is there. Okay, so from that we can optimize the code like this. Okay, so like using call span, you can merge the columns and you can use the data one time. Like any some same like same data if you have in your table. Okay, so here so like this we can use the mainly the table is the main parent tag and the tr and td, th and td. So always the first row would be th, like table head, and from the second row we are using table data. Okay, so out of this we are going to apply some styling from the css, like any font size, okay, and spacing, any some custom fonts, okay, background colors, okay, background gradient colors, background images, okay, these are all we can apply from the css. Okay, this is basic HTML table structure. Okay, so is it clear, Ananta and Apurva? It's clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Okay, so tomorrow I will teach on the form section and other tags, and most probably this HTML basics part will finish tomorrow, and from day after tomorrow we'll start the HTML5.
Okay.
Okay, so in the HTML5, I'm using the HTML5 and CSS parallelly. Okay, first I will give some introduction about CSS. Okay, what is the sorry, what is the CSS? How to create the class? Okay, what is the predefined? What is the user defined? What is the selectors? Okay, how to apply the classes? Okay, what is the declarations? I will give some intro about the CSS, and you can use this HTML5 and the CSS parallel. Okay, because we need to create the total one web page. Okay, it's like just like some live example, like navigations, okay, headers, like some image part, like slider image part, okay, and some columns content, okay, and other blocks content like that. Okay, so okay, fine. So the last class record I shared with you. Suddenly went to my hometown. The last class, which was the I think Ananta get all the records. Apurva, do you get the last class record file?
Yes, I
The
did.
last class, that HTML basic one. Got it right?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, okay, Apurva. Okay, fine. Is there any questions or doubts in this?
Are you going to do the pending class?
Yeah. Today evening I will take the pending the backup one class.
Okay. Do you know what time?
It's around 6 to 7 Apurva. 6 to 7 IST.
Okay.
Okay, my time.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay, okay, Apurva. Okay, fine. We're done with today's.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.